What's going on, guys? Robbie here, and today we're taking a look at Mega Construx Pokemon Blastoise. Now, this is the final evolution, well, I guess not technically, but the third evolution of the Squirtle, Pokemon line. And, of course, here he is in beautiful brick form. This set has 284 pieces and retails for about $25. I picked this up at GameStop, but you can find these showing up at most toy stores like Toys R Us and things like that. I know have him in stock now as well, so you can find him there. Here we have Blastoise himself. This box makes him look enormous. I'm sure he's going to be like that big. This box is like huge looking, and you can see in the back here we have a dive ball, which is pretty neat. You got that included. He fires water, which is a new thing. Well, fires missiles that look like water, so that's kind of a cool little thing. On the back here, we can see Blastoise again. Shows a little bit more of the shell and the water cannons on the back. And then, of course, look for more Pokemon to build. We have some other newer kind of Pokemons hanging out on the bottom here, so you can get an idea of some of the new sets available there. And then aside, we just have another picture of Blastoise. Not much else to talk about here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, get this guy open, put it together, and we're going to check it out together in a moment right now. Alright guys, so here we have Mega Construx Pokemon Blastoise, and I gotta say, it's a really, really nice little model kit of Blastoise. So, as you can see, it looks pretty good, and it is super solid. This thing is like packed with pieces. It's just completely solid all the way through. There's not really any hollowness in here. And you get some decent posability out of it, despite the kind of bulky and stocky nature of Blastoise. The head is on a ball joint. It can't move around too much, but you can get some side-to-side action, and if you pop the head off, of course, it can move even more. But you can also open the mouth a little bit here, so you got that going on, a little bit of red inside for the inside of his mouth. And again, as always with these Pokemon sets, just beautiful printing on those pieces. Just really nice job there. Ball joints for the arms, and the arms are kind of stuck in this sort of bent pose, but you can still get some decent motion out of them should you so choose. Some nice, Blastoise-y looking poses, I guess. The legs also on ball joints, so you can turn them around and move them just a little bit, mostly to stabilize the figure, because it is quite heavy, considering. So it's best to just kind of leave them standing like that. But you can bend these a little bit if you want to pose this guy up just a little. Again, just the ball joint right there connects the whole thing together. And turn them around onto the back. You see nice shell here. Very nicely put together. Very nice and solid. Feels good. Looks really nice. And he does have a tail back here that can wiggle just a little tiny bit between these two shell pieces. So if you really want him to wag his tail, he can do that. And it kind of weird. It moves this little front piece. I don't know how I feel about that, but so that's going on there. And of course, he has his blast cannons. Here's water cannons that can move just a little bit side to side. Can't really get too much motion out of those. They are on ball joints, but just because of the shell takes up so much space, they are limited in their motion. But they do have a firing mechanism. You do get 4 of these little water bits, which I'll show off with this little background here. You get 4 of these little missiles, and it's really nice that you can clip an extra 2 onto his little base, and they're just kind of tucked out of the way, so if you end up needing extra ones, you've got them there. And you've got a little tab here you can just press, and it fires that pretty well. And the cool thing is once it's pressed down, the tab actually flattens out quite nicely and you know, doesn't interrupt the flow of the model kit. So very, very cool. And then you just, of course, reinsert the little water, and you can do the same on the other side, and it fires pretty well. You get some decent distance out of those. So very, very nice, very nicely done. These pieces are all printed, by the way. There are no stickers in any of these sets, so all of this white lining is all printed on these pieces. And it's really not that difficult to pick them out because most of the brown pieces for the shell do have the printing. It's just mostly these bits right here that do not. So it's pretty easy to spot these in the pile of bricks. So not too bad. And he of course does come with the little land piece that I showed off before. You get two of these new leaf slash tail slash whatever pieces. I believe these are going to be used as bits for other figures in the future. And some nice little plants and things like that. Little stones. I love these little clear blue water pieces that these come with. And he also includes a dive ball, which is, you know, pretty neat. It's nice to have some variation in these little Pokeballs that these come with. I would honestly like to see the collectible Pokeballs, the ones that, you know, the $6 ones, come in different Pokeball variations, but that's not really that big a deal, to be honest. And I just want to show him off with his other counterparts. So we have War Turtle here, and of course Squirtle. So you can see the full evolutionary lineup of these guys, and I think they look pretty good together. And yeah, overall another really nice solid set from Mega Construx. So very, very cool, guys. Yeah, 25 bucks and definitely worth it. It was a pretty enjoyable build. Although there is, you know, it's all pretty much this blue color and then some brown and then some this, and that's pretty much the only color scheme you're working with. So it is a lot of the same pieces in the same colors. But even still, it was kind of an enjoyable build, just seeing it all come together and then building the limbs and everything. Nothing felt too repeatable because the limbs are not that parts intensive. So overall, just a really nice experience, and I definitely do recommend it. So that's going to do it for the review, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.